My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. I am very well rested, so don't worry, we're not going to have the same trip-ups and mistakes that we had in the last episode. Good golly gosh, we really should have won that episode. I'm still looking back on it to this moment going, how did I lose? I mean, it's not the best, worst run that I lost. Wait, how do I best phrase this? It is not the best run that I have lost in the worst fashion. I've lost runs that are way better than that one. But it was a solid run. It wasn't by any means overpowered or excellent, but it had shit going for it. It should not have lost. Let's not dwell on the past, let's start dwelling on the future. And lamenting the loss of this run. I was gonna follow that up, but then I had to mute myself for a second. Well, mute. Stop talking, etc. Hang on. Okay, this room looks normal. Beautiful. Totally forgot about the respawn. What do you got for me, shop friendo? Cigarettes? I'm interested, I'll be entirely honest. First floor cigarettes? They are brown tier as well, so they only cost 35 by base, which means they probably only cost me 29 or something. 29? 26. I can't afford to lose HP at all on this floor. Simply for the fact that I want to convert it all into coolness. As you might imagine. So, what do the cigarettes do? The cigarettes are a use item that you can use multiple times. Just gonna break all of these quickly. You can use them as many times as you'd like, and it damages you for a half heart and raises your coolness by 1 every single time. So as long as you can get your health back up, and oftentimes, especially on early floors, you end up leaving health behind. As long as you can get yourself back to full health, it's just a boost of coolness. Coolness, of course, reduces the cooldown time for your use items. But on top of that, and far more importantly in my opinion, it increases the drop rate of items after rooms. Okay, beautiful. I'm not really getting too much money here. I'm probably only gonna have enough to buy cigarettes. Probably not cigarettes and the key, which is usually what I'd want to do. In fact, damn, it's looking like maybe I don't even get enough to buy the cigarettes. That would be tragic. We totally have to get enough. We have to get enough. Beautiful. Whoop. Okay, we almost lost money and coolness there by getting hit by this guy. Money because if he hit us, we would not get any reward for having killed him. And coolness, because the health he takes away, I can no longer smoke. It's also worth noting that I am now super interested in going to the oubliette, because I have 3 keys on this floor. And, of course, I want more floors worth of time in order to get a bunch more HP that I can transmute into coolness. Okay. Anyone else? Asked myself that way too soon. Right. I'm pretty certain I'm still gonna have to use the trusty lockpick at least once. Okay, we're not going down to the oubliette. That's a shame. We actually got 20... Damn it! I did not see that enemy because it was kind of shaded by the lantern on the wall. Oh. Hello. Alright, well, let's go with the most fantastical chest first. That's a lot of money. Okay. It's a good gun. It's definitely a good gun. I think I'll now just buy health from shops. Think about it, right? If I just buy health, I don't really care about ammo belt, right? No, I don't really care about ammo belt. If I just buy health from shops, I'm pretty much buying coolness, if you want to think about it in that way. Not a huge fan of that. I will take it, but again, it's going to cause me to get hit in a few situations that I would otherwise dodge. That's not good. I actually don't want armor. This run is not going to work with cigarettes, apparently. Oh well. I'm glad I sought to pick up my weapon before I fought this boss. Because fighting this boss, especially with the base weapon of the pilot, adds just a recipe for disaster. Okay. Thankfully, any reasonable weapon, like any weapon that isn't worse than a base starter weapon, is pretty damn good at taking out any first floor boss. Back to full health. Pitchfork, though. Not too keen on that. I'll just blank and leave immediately. It's a shame we don't get to go down to the... I think I forgot a key. I collected 3 over the course of the floor. I think I forgot a key. Wait, no, I collected 3 over the course of the floor. 1 from the shop, 1 from a room drop, and 1 from a key bullet kin. And I spent 3 to open chests, and I've got 1 left. Okay, no, I didn't forget a key. We're fine. Whew. That was a terrifying moment of self-doubt right there. I'll be definitely taking the key. I was just a little suspicious. It's okay, buddy. I'm just gonna continue using this gun for the sake of the fact that I want to. Screw you. Also, because if I get an ammo drop, I'm gonna be able to refill it anyway. And it's not insanely unlikely that I get an ammo drop before the end of the floor. In fact, it's quite likely that I do. Okay, good shots off to the side there. I really like the design of this room, actually. The way that you have to use the chain reaction of the TNT so that you can destroy the summoner from buffing everyone. Hey, there we go, the ammunition. Now I can change back to my basic weapon. So I swapped off to the Siren there, just because I wanted to one-cycle the Iron Maiden. It's really annoying to have to do multiple cycles of the Iron Maiden, especially if there's other enemies in the room. I know there weren't other enemies in the room at the time, but it's still annoying. So for basic situations that I know that I have a handle on, I'll be using the basic pistol. For everything else, there's MasterCard. It's worth noting that the briefcase of cash now actually isn't giving me any benefit whatsoever. So as soon as I find a sales grate, I can sell it for a bunch of money. Isn't that cool? Gave me a bunch of money on pickup, and then I can sell it for a bunch of money. I always like doing that. It's possible that that ends up being a weapon. I want to fight the boss first. Probably with Siren, but okay. That's a shame. I didn't want to have to blank there. Yo? That was a really annoying... Shit. Yeah, no, it's just gonna get to eat for free. because I was pretty much blocked from the entire side of the map there. Get away! You're too fast! Woo! Just in time. Okay, managing to take out all of the nubs in time. Beautiful. I am very surprised that I actually managed to flawless that there. Especially after spending both of my blanks. Hey, Crestfaller, that's an amazing weapon. I am all aboard the Crestfall. We'll refill Pitchfork just because it's already out. And go back to using the Siren, sure. If it ain't broke. I have found the shop, so I can pick that up. I've got enough keys that I think I can throw away trusty lockpicks right now. Hokage is the ability to steal. So Decoy is gonna let me steal enough to be quite pleased with how this is all going. It does say Hokage, right? No, it doesn't say Hokage. I still don't remember how I actually picked that up. Rogue Legacy, right. Okay. Beautiful. Annoying room, all worked out quite well. I think I just swapped to Crestfaller and then I just used the Crestfaller for the rest of the game. As my primary room clear weapon. Especially because it's really efficient right up until the Forge. It's not that it becomes less efficient. Well, it does become less efficient in the Forge, but it's not like it's unusable at that point. It's just you probably want something that does a little more immediate damage during the Forge, because you have so many rooms that are just jam-packed with enemies. And this is not really too good at taking out many enemies at the same time. It's very, very good at single-target stuff, though. In the early game, it's still fine with taking out many enemies at the same time, just because it does such a high amount of damage with respect to their HP pools. Fuck off. I wanted to use cigarettes. Piece of shit. Cigarettes is gonna make this, the Lament Configurum way better. We're getting too many good use items right now. The cigarettes is going to make the Lament Configurum way better, because the Lament Configurum will be up and charged constantly, because we'll have high coolness, which means really, really high cooldown reduction. So I actually throw away the Hokage here. That's a shame. That's a real shame. It's also worth noting I'm going to get a bunch of curse as a result of using the Lament Configurum anyway, so I may as well just resign myself to the fact that that I'm probably not going to get too many opportunities to steal. Because, you know, I don't want curse from stealing as well as from using the Lament Configurum, otherwise I'm going to end up in a position where I've got Lord of the Jammed on my goddamn ass. Oh, okay. We don't really have boss weapons right now, so this is going to be frustrating. Oh shit, you can summon dudes? Stay away. Oh, come on! That's lame as hell. That attack curved directly into me. I know you get bonuses for flawlessing this guy, because he always gives me more stuff when I flawless him. But those are actually really frustrating to dodge. I think the only times I've ever beaten this guy flawlessly have been with ridiculously overpowered boss-killing weapons. Hell of a lot of money right there, though. Dueling pistol. 2, 3, 4 coolness up right there. I'll probably just buy the HP from the shop. I think I'm resigned to that now. It's also worth noting that with the amount of money I have, the ability to steal from shops is way less appealing. So that's another reason to drop Hokage rather than anything else. Shock rounds is pretty good. You can see how much of the Lament Configurum is already charged compared to last time I used the Lament Configurum. Right, you can't freeze this guy. That was terrifyingly bad, Ryan. Like, really impressively bad. Shelly gun sucks. I'll explain why the Shelly gun sucks in a moment. I'm just gonna go around getting HP and stuff like this first. So the primary reason Shelly gun sucks is because these bullets, completely fine. When it reloads and goes into the laser phase does not do enough damage or pushback to actually be efficient at killing enemies in the later game. Not efficient, effective is actually what I mean here. It doesn't keep you safe while you do all of that. That said, I'm gonna want to use Crestfall later, and the first opportunity I get, I'm gonna munch the Shelly gun, so I should now just use all of the ammunition in the Shelly gun. Okay. Then reload. Just waste a bit of ammunition so I can reload again. We'll hold off. Well, we won't hold off on using the Lament Configurum, but we'll use the Lament Configurum anytime it comes off cooldown. So in order to make sure that I remember to do that, I'm going to make sure that it is my active use item. Okay, it's a 3-shot. That's my bad. Missed around the corner a bunch of times. Let's refill the Crestfaller. Bye, Batman. Increase my coolness before I leave. Oh, this is only the 3rd floor. Okay, good. For some reason, I was utterly convinced for a moment there that I'd already missed out on a HP up container. Thankfully, that's not the reality in which I live. Okay. Very, very nice. You can see the coolness, like, we just did the Lament Configurum last room, and it's almost back up. This is back to pre-nerf Lament Configurum cooldown. Pretty much. Beautiful. Get him. Got him. We'll join the rooms from this side, just because I want to stay the hell away from that bubble. Okay, it's actually not just a hallway. Oh, it's a trap room. So it's effectively a complex hallway. Okay, and then just stand on the track and wait for him. I haven't visited my shop yet, and I'm probably gonna still need as many keys as I can get throughout the rest of this run. Okay. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I already did, so whatever. I might buy a blank from the shop just to try and prepare myself for ensuing boss blanks. Yeah, I really do not have any boss weapons right now, unfortunately. Okay. Reload again. I like that we found the special shop for especially Jellyman. But it wasn't really particularly helpful. I don't think I'll be taking the Abyssal Tentacle here. Get him! Don't let him split. Alright. We are down to 14 ammunition in this weapon. I'm quite pleased about it. I'm not keeping track of my coolness anymore. I think it's at 4 last floor, and then 2 on this floor, and then those 2, so 8. I think that's the case, but I can't be certain, unfortunately. That should break on... Death on break, yeah. Beautiful. If I really want to save a bunch of ammunition, I'll just wait until those break of their own accord. Let's get Ballot. Because Ballot is an increase of 3 coolness as well, but it's also a synergy with the dueling pistol. It makes the dueling pistol bounce, like, 6 times, if I recall correctly, rather than the base 2. What? Stop having cursed enemies, yo! Are you kidding me? I have 1 level of curse. Oh no. Shellagun and the shock rounds. I have 2 levels of curse. Okay. Let's move onwards. I kind of want to play the game just to try and get a weapon. Oh, yes! That's hilarious. We just got the Ring of Chess Friendship from... Ouch. We just got the Ring of Chess Friendship. Which is really, really good. Because it means more of your end of room drops are chests. So especially if you pair that with, say, having infinite keys, you just end up with a stupid amount of items. Unfortunately, we don't have any source of infinite keys yet. Also, I think the Lament Configurum hurt me when I used it, but I don't know if it just spawned an enemy on top of me or something stupid like that. But I definitely got hurt while using it. It seems to me that the Lament Configurum, from when I was most prolifically using it at the very start of this supply drop series, to now, has changed quite significantly. Yeah, you know what? Let's have a quick check of that. Come on! I'm uploading things in the background, so this is going to take me a billion years to load Google.com. Enter the Gungeon... Nope. It's finally loaded Google. Enter the Gungeon Lament Configurum. Alright. Unlock method, rescue Daisuke, and we've got that. Come on! Okay, it can do nothing. It can increase curse. It can increase... sorry, it can spawn a gun or an item. There is a 20% damage chance that it will damage the player upon spawning a gun or item. Damage starts at half a heart and increases by half a heart each time the player is damaged by the item. Items and guns will increase curse by 1 when picked up, and they can be B, A, or S quality. So green, red, or black. Okay. You know what? I think I actually just need to find the weapons on this floor. I think, honestly, we're done with the ability to fuck around trying to force weapons from bosses. We will miss the flawless on this floor if we try and force the boss to give us a weapon. Haha! That's actually really cool. Ice Cube is going to be really, really good with this. So Ice Cube means that while your use items are active, they still trigger their cooldown. Taking that. Which, of course, is going to be really, really good with something that is active for such a long period of time as you fight the room. Oh, wait, or does it not work like that for this gun? Maybe I'm just deluded. Okay, let's quickly go and do the Winchester challenge. Because it could possibly give me a weapon. Especially if I end up getting something red tier or black tier. It could give me a weapon that is going to be suitable to take out a boss. Okay, 2. Wait. Got it. Woo, woo, baby. Yeah, well, that's gonna be, I mean, it's not even good for taking out the boss on this floor, so... Okay. Beautiful. Okay, mutation is actually fucking destroying this boss in a way that I did not expect at all. It was quicker than most, like, super powerful boss weapons that I've used. That'll be good, that'll be good. All great. I should have done any cigarette play that I wanted to do. I should have done that earlier, before picking up the armor. Shit, was Mutation's damage buffed? I do not remember seeing Mutation having had any changes made to it. Look at that! The Lament Configurum is almost ready to use again. That's fucking insane. That's not okay by any stretch of the imagination. Let's get a Keyman shop. I'm not going to use any keys until I see whether or not we have a Keyman shop on this floor. Oh, you know what? Shock rounds is probably showing no effects, but has some sort of a huge background effect on the damage output from the gun. From, what do you want to call it? No! I was doing so well! I can't believe that we did not manage to get the Pupilon down in time. The Lament Configurum was probably doing a... Lament Configurum, the shock rounds were probably doing a bunch of damage for Mutation. There we go. That's me trying to talk and think at the same time. It's impossible. It's difficult. It's hard. You might notice I downgraded the difficulty every time I repeated myself there. It's worth upgrading Gunta as soon as I can. It does become, you know, hilariously overpowered as a room clear weapon. And fine as a boss clear weapon. Obviously not grand, but fine. Okay, we're up to the second level. So now we've got bouncing bullets off of walls. Next level is going to be more damage plus homing. Isn't that going to be fun? As I reiterate every time I get this weapon, this is a weapon that charges by the amount of rooms you use it to clear, rather than the amount of enemies you kill with it, so... You really just want to hold it for a while. There's no shortcut. There's no, oh, we've got ankle biters in this room. I'll definitely be using Gunter, kind of strat like you have with the Polaris. Okay. As you can imagine, as soon as it gets homing, it's way more effective. Yeah, that's not actually worth my time to pick up the Ring of Chest Vampirism, though. It's a level of curse. You know what? I will pick it up. Just because it will allow me to use cigarettes a bunch more if I end up with shitty, low-quality, like, brown shear chests that I don't want to pick up. Guess that's the only real positive. Decent use of bullets. Okay, we should be maybe 1 or 2 rooms from being max level here. In fact, I'd hazard a guess that this is the last room. Say something supportive. It didn't say anything supportive, I don't know. These don't appear to be homing. Guess I was wrong. We've got 1 more room left. I wonder if it'll count this as a room. Top-notch work? Yeah, no, it counts that as a room. Okay, so the Lament Configurum summons count as an extra room for the case of Gungeon, Gunter. But they don't count as an extra room for the case of end-of-room drops. At least they don't anymore, they used to. Bounce off the wall. Okay, past here we come. Yeah, buddy. I'm down. We're pretty much just going to be using this gun for the entire rest of the episode. It is phenomenal at this point. Especially since I've got the 2 status buffs on it. Obviously, shock rounds, but also radiated lead is doing some serious work. Obviously, never having to worry about ammunition is a huge part of the reason that this weapon is as good as it is. But it's also, you know, a decent weapon external of that. Infinite ammunition is just a plus. Okay, I'm not gonna destroy that. Still kind of want a boss weapon, I'll be honest. Whoa! Okay, I can't use a key until I check if there is a keyman shop on this stage. That is a great point, Ryan. Thank you for bringing it up. I was about to go back and open that green chest, but that would be stupid. Unfortunately, sometimes the auto-aim is a little harsh and prevents me from hitting the actual target that I was going for, but that's really a minuscule complaint. Okay, for a second there I thought I saw a black market. I was about to freak the fuck out. It was actually just a teleporter pad that I was looking at weirdly. Since they're both green, I guess, is the best support I can give for that statement. I guess I'll go with this. Okay, solidly done there, Ryan. My weapons bounce off things, so we still need to explore the rest of the floor first. Otherwise, I'm just gonna destroy a bunch of chests. Of course there's a cursed one. Why wouldn't there be? Can I pretty please get cursed bullets? Because I probably have a lot of levels of curse right now. So much extra damage. Alright, let's go back to Gunta, and then... Oh, interesting. Book of Chest Anatomy. I should quickly count my curse, because I'm pretty certain I'm like 1 or 2 curse away from getting the Lord of the Fallen, so... let's go. Cursed, 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 Cursed. That's 4 levels of curse. Then 5 levels of curse is my Shelligun. And then however many levels of curse the Lament Configurum has in it. It doesn't seem to show that it has any levels of curse right now, though. So I think I only have 5 levels of curse, which means my bosses can't even be cursed at this point. Cursed bosses begin at curse 7. One, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Ah, that was fun. I liked that. I think I actually destroy the blue tier chests on this floor. Especially because I've got the Book of Chest Anatomy, so they're gonna drop better things when I kill them anyway. What the? Right. Yeah, I forgot. Jammed gunnies, so cursed gunnies, whatever you want to call them. They have this really shitty thing where they've got like this color inverted version of their attack that makes it pretty much invisible to the human eye. That's what attacked me there. Yeah, I don't want that. Sure, piece of armor. Just some free health I'm getting back, pretty much. Not so keen on that one either, I'll be entirely honest with you. Yeah, we're still probably best off just using Gunta for the boss weapon here. Okay. Try and focus only on our rolls right now. Especially because we have... I can't remember if we have Liquid Valkyrie or the other one, Bloody Eye. I think we have Bloody Eye, actually. But the enemy's bullets are slowed in a way that's actually going to be quite annoying to roll through that attack in particular. Because since it moves slower, there's a smaller window in which you get to roll over it for free. Thankfully, everything worked out for the best there. Okay. Could scarcely have worked out better. Blank here, then blank in the shop. Yeah. I'm just gonna blank here as well. Told you! I'm a goddamn genius. Thank you. I was actually kind of hoping that I would fall into the pit after that stupid early roll. Just so that it would run counter to the previous statement. Oh. Okie dokie. Forge, what up, buddy? Room cleared itself. Excellent. Go Team Gungeon indeed. Okay, Gunter's knockback is actually significant despite the fact that it's piercing. This is really handy. I'm almost certain to shoot that chest. Yep. That figures. I probably should have shot it for health up, but, you know, when I was lacking health so that I would get health as a result of shooting it, sorry. I'm definitely going to munch Shelligun. And just to decrease the amount of curse that I have to deal with, I'm going to put Shelligun in now, and then I'll come back at the end of the floor and decide what else goes in. I was 100% certain that I was able to stand there and just stare down the revolver nut. It was terrifying at the very end there, because as you can see, the revolver nut almost got its attack to me. Almost. The amount of our enemies that are cursed would lead me to believe that we have a lot more than 4 levels of curse. I cannot believe that I got out of that without taking damage. That had nothing to do with me. The game just decided to give me a freebie, pretty much. I don't really like that weapon. It doesn't really do the majority of its damage to the initial target you shoot at, which, in my mind, makes it worse than useless. Is this where I give up the Lament Configurum? Because the bracket key will actually just solve all of the rest of my problems. How much curse is the bracket key? I think bracket key is actually 2 levels of curse. Bracket key is... Come on. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Increases curse while held. Okay, it doesn't tell you how much curse it increases by, unfortunately. Let's go to the curse page. Bracket key, bracket key, bracket key. Only increases curse by 1. That's interesting. Lament Configurum increases curse by 0.5 just to hold. But it doesn't tell you that it does that. That's interesting as well. Oh, fuck off. Well, we've got the Lord of the Jammed. I'm gonna start dropping cursed items left, right, and center, and running the fuck away. I'm gonna keep bracket key just so that I can clear rooms instantly. This is not good. If anything had a chance to make me lose this run, this would be it. So, Lord of the Fallen over there. Lord of the Jammed, Lord of the Damned, whatever he's called, right? He's just gonna be following me until I get down to the next floor. Constantly firing that attack. He'll be in my boss fight, by the way, so I'm not flawlessing this boss fight. He's just gonna follow me constantly. So you can see that I'm starting to take a lot of damage here. Yeah, this is no coincidence. Thank you for destroying my chest. Oh, right, yeah. The shop also disappears because I have this guy. That's unfortunate for me. I probably would have taken the angry bullets there. This is amazing. One of the only things that can actually do this to me. And this is actually one of the problems with having the Lament Configurum. It's that it's really damn near impossible, in fact, to track your level of curse. Like, I was pretty damn certain I did not have enough levels of curse to trigger this, but here we are. I'm not even going back for that. Fuck it. Run away. Since I decreased my level of curse by dropping so many cursed items, when I go down to the next floor, I should have no enemy following me anymore. So I just need to get down to the next floor as soon as possible, otherwise I'm going to take a stupid amount of damage. Thankfully, it doesn't do melee damage. But you know all of those nifty little dodges that you can do in this boss fight that I talk about constantly? Oh, there we go. They're not safe to do. Because you've got another enemy attacking you at all times, so you have to dodge it as well. And it happens to home in on your position. So if you've got a safe little position in, say, a corner, suddenly you can't really rely on that anymore. One of the big reasons I hate this is because this is kind of strictly anti-fun. And it's not something that I knew I was bringing upon myself. Come on. I need to two-cycle this. Fuck. Maybe with bracket key, we'll still be two-cycling this. Alright, good attack. Pretty much nothing I really could have done about that one. God damn it, please. Thank you. Let's get out of here. Fuck it. Fuck it. I actually cannot stay. Nope. Piss off. The only way I win is to completely ignore everything now. Well, look. Not being able to accurately track our curse there has taken us to near the point of extinction. From a one run that is just hilarious and I'm collecting more items and everything's fun, to now I'm panicked for my life. I believe that's the point, though, to be fair. So you can see the Lord of the Jammed is no longer following me because I came down to this floor with less than the amount of curse he needs, which is 10. Still, apparently, I have a stupid amount of curse, though. So I should really watch that. Any room more complex than this? Yeah, no, I don't have the Ring of Chest Vampirism anymore, so I'll just open this. Yeah, sure. Any room that's more complex than this one, I should just use the bracket key on. Especially since the bracket key will stop the spawning of a second wave. They're both jams? Both of the ghosts were jams. That was really rude. I actually tried to use the spacebar item as well, but I was rolling, so it didn't register. Because I was rolling into a wall, obviously, to try and prevent myself from taking damage. Zombie bullets, okay, that's not really gonna help me. Great. All the cursed enemies aren't going to get killed by Bracket Key, because, of course, they have extra HP. Oh, fuck me. Yep. I have half a heart left. Yep, I'm dead. Okay, that's a stupid amount of curse to take. What we need to do is find a good metric for how to deal with the Lament Configurum. Because more runs than not, when I have the Lament Configurum, I die. Okay, so upon use, it spawns 3 to 5 enemies, and will do one or more of the following. This is the part that I don't understand. Nothing, increase curse, spawn a gun or an item. So how do I know if it increases my curse, though? There's probably a musical tell or a graphical tell when you use it that I'm ignoring. That's what I need to do. I need to count the amount of tells that it does and add that into my calculation of the amount of curse that I have. And then in the future, I'm going to be able to correctly manage my curse when I'm using the Lament Configurum. To be fair, that run was entirely centered around trying to abuse the hell out of the Lament Configurum with the cooldown reduction we got as a result of the early cigarettes, but not being able to correctly calculate whether it's a fault on my part or a fault on the part of the item. I'm actually guessing it's a fault on my part. There's probably some sort of a visual tell, at the very least, that I'm missing. Not being able to tell what occurred is unfortunate, and resulted in spawning the Lord of the Jam that ultimately took away all of our HP. So, does it increase curse in and of itself, or does it increase curse to the character as well? I wonder if I should use it until I get, like, 2 items and then just throw it away. I wonder if I should have, like, a blanket rule along those lines. Like, you get 2 items from the Lament Configurum and then you throw it away, because otherwise you will lose. Another run that I really shouldn't have lost if I was just not the world's dumbest man of all time. But, of course, in the very end, I was panicked as hell. And, it's worth noting, jammed enemies fire faster and have more aggressive attack patterns than their non-jammed counterparts that I'm used to fighting. That's a shame. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Enter the Gungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully you'll see next time when we play the Convict and actually just play a normal episode with normal items and normal weapons, and then we win, right? We're going to try and do that in the next episode. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.